Hi there, Stephanie back with you this month to share my March Project Life album. I put this together using mostly the Studio Calico March kits. I think I added in a couple little extra stickers and some stamps here and there, but for the most part this is my March album using the Studio Calico Odyssey kits. This album here is a 6x8 album from Allie Edwards. This is her Week in the Life album that she had as part of a kit last year, 2014, and I purchased and had not ever used the album. So I thought I would try to switch things up and use an album, an actual binder this time instead of just the rings, just to kind of see if it was any different and just see if I liked that style at all. So this is my album so far. It's very similar to like a handbook style 6x8 album. And it definitely gives me enough room to be able to add in the rest of March, which is good. I wasn't sure if I was going to have enough room or need extra space. I kind of ran out of room in the 4x4 album from February. Although I got all my pictures in, I definitely ran out of space towards the end and used smaller than normal photos. So here's a look at my March album. This is one of the 3x8 page protectors that came actually with this binder here, the page protector set. And so I used the Lena stamp from Studio Calico and just stamped March there, and then just added a little bit of journaling on the back side of that. Here, just used 2 journaling cards and a photo here, a 4x6 photo. Typed my journaling directly onto my photo and added a stamp and a little bit of a sticker. On the back side, kind of the same thing, a couple more photos, typed journaling, and whatnot. This is a tag that was part of one of the March add-ons, and I just punched holes and added it right into my album. So these little bits and pieces continue to be kind of my favorite parts of these Project Life books, just adding in extra little random bits and pieces of paper and not trying to squeeze everything into the pockets and having kind of a little bit more texture. So in the back I just added a little bit of a stamp. This is a 6x8 page, so I printed out a 6x8 picture of some flowers that we had and just added a banner right on that. Very, very simple. Another 6x8 photo of my son right there. And then these next couple pages are some artwork from my daughter, and I just punched holes and popped them right in. So super easy. My daughter's birthday list. Just some lists from my husband on the back there. This is a 4-pocket 3x4 page protector. So I added photos, stapled a journaling card right into the pocket there, and some notes. Again, more photos, tickets in the back, just kind of filled in those pockets. This is just one of the transparencies that was in the main Odyssey kit, and it was just kind of left over, and I thought it was just so pretty, so I thought I would add it just kind of right in here as like an overlay in the album. This here is a quote for my son. This is one of the Odyssey printables. I just stapled it right onto the side, kind of like a tab. And I really wanted to stamp using the same Lena stamps, but my quote was just a little too large for the size of paper that I had. So I just used the digital stamps, the digital alpha stamps, and just added my quote right there on there. So it still had that same font that I really, really love. But I didn't have to worry about trying to squeeze it all on this small, I think this is like 5 1/4 by 5 1/2 or something like that. But I got to use a stamp here, so just added a large photo here of my son playing soccer and used my stamps and Color Theory inks just to stamp that over on the left hand side. A full page photo here. These, just like I mentioned back here with my daughter's artwork and the tag, these are probably my favorite little elements. I love just popping these right into the pages, punching holes. I had to be a little tricky since this has the 6 holes here. I had to be kind of cautious of the width in between the rings and trim my papers to fit in there. So this picture actually started off a little bigger, but it wasn't big enough for 6 rings, so I had to just trim them down so they fit here in those. Just an extra Instax photo on the back, and then just a card, life stuff, card that I gave my husband, and this one here was a drawing from my son, and I just cut it in half and then added it right in there so we could still have all the little details there, not having to trim it down any. A little card, a photo, and this is a 6x8 photo here of my daughter swimming, and then on the back I just added a journaling card and typed up some journaling on a piece of cardstock and a little bit of washi and a sticker there just on the back side, kind of like a little divider there. This is just a 2 4x6. Used a photo, the front and back of a journaling card, and then another photo of my daughter right there, just keeping it pretty simple with those pages. This is a 4x6 journaling card and a 3x4 journaling card, and I kind of just stapled them, as you can see, together after I typed my journaling on there and just popped it right in to the top set of holes there, just for an extra little bit in the album. Another 6x8 photo of my son and my daughter. It was a bigger photo, but as you can see, I just kind of cropped it down to 6x8 inches and then printed it out that way, just so it would fill up that entire page. An award for my daughter. These are 2 extra photos that I had, and I didn't really have enough to fill up 4 of like a 4-pocket front and back page protector, so I decided to sew along the sides here and then add my journaling cards just right in between the 2 photos. So you can see I kind of stitched there, and you can see them on this side too. And then I added a little tab and just try to make sure that the height of these was the height was higher than the height of my photos, so they would peek out of the top a little bit. I used the number cards, 1, 2, 3, and the ampersand, to list out kind of our favorite things of March so far. I'm trying to add more handwriting into my albums, like you see over here, like with this little tag and stuff like that. So I just wrote them out instead of typing. I'm still addicted to my typewriter, but sometimes it is just easier just to jot down little notes on paper. Just back the back with some trimmed journaling cards. I didn't really have any smaller photos. I might go back and add some, but I kind of like just a little decorative look of those cards there. And getting towards the end, these are just some 4x6 photos that I pretty much just popped right in there. They don't really need a description. It kind of tells a story in and of itself. I did add a little bit of tag on that one. And then these are just some books. This was a 6x8 photo, and I decided just to cut it in half and have 2 4x6 photos. And as you can see, this is kind of the page protectors that are left in my album. I don't think that I'll be filling them all up in March. I might be, but this is one of the divided pockets. I just kind of started sticking little things in here, thinking I might add the rest, fill in the rest with photos from our month. And then I have all these extra page protectors. So this is a really fun size. I like it. I like that I can still add in the extra little bits like photos directly into the page, cards, journaling cards directly in, memorabilia, cards, and large photos. So I'm still loving this style of project life. It's a lot of fun, and definitely takes away the pressure of having to feel like you have to fill up a whole page. And I do like this 6x8 size. This is a fun little size. So that's a look at my March. If you have any questions, just let me know. Leave me a comment. Thanks, guys.